Rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
La baraka baka mbaɗigol ngal kon ton gamben tan TV to han kabi don Allah diben ko programme olum me yalan ko kanale sibito sibirilem kabutala lula katabla talan wor watula bi fanan don ko min ngaka nyamen don ka kata kuwel gele ngamol nata studio kono mi yalan ko nibe ka jaso la bar bi ko mal baje ka nyame am funditalem nata kana blaro dam yalan ko nata molo jibe me yalan ko afana be kul do kul ke ka me yalan ko abisa hada madin lafa so nte fenkela dron coming al yalo nyamen alla di bangor programme la nal badi mal lamin MCC mbe futala male ngaji babu do kol nyike kan nyamen ko mal baje kan nyamen mbe kayraba avenue la jam nal baji be kan tam nyimu molti me yalan ko aka wa firo le ki jam me yalan ko wala fish pie wala meat pie nyimu fenen me yalan ko akebe wa fi jenne akede da jenne ko mal baje kan nyamen sandir lallon wolti mol me yalan ko ina da sandro la da samo akatara jenne birun sama da fo wati juma so nte fenkela dron be denna la jenne danin jaamo be siyala nga dum kono to ay ka casoro komin ate do ko woni kabira dati wato men kana bula sayna ala baluwo kata nyaadi do ani kole aku jumal le melalon ko a wolle taki nyu do ko woni na defengal drom komin ngafala nyambe danna jande nga futama nay ngol nyin kacal
ndoto mala ji Sedi Jalati, proprietor and manager Jambai Fast Food. Yeah. So example mo demewna learning ab location assigned in Westfield, Serekunda West Park, Kairaba Avenue, almost adjacent to Kairaba Avenue, opposite St. Teresa's Gino and Upper Basic School. Ha. Alhamdulillah, ela woni nin karo kumata bake, follow nyamera be kumala bake ka yitandi Jamala ninjumala be interview keka nya wala Gambia Talents TVT. So alhamdulillah, content back. It has not been pre-planned. A mom plan is just Ajisambala Betambikang. I think one time was a student of St. Teresa's, if I can remember well. So approach ko jokingly. I'm not even serious about it. For Altinali and Samba Gambia Talents. So being who she is and being an institution, they are out there trying to expose Gambians, a serious institution for that matter. So ma expect ko be prompt latin. So alhamdulillah, yo nyinin karo kumada bake. Nte start precisely I think 2006. That's about so many years ago. I think 16 something like that. I started it after graduating from Gambia High, studying commerce, and ever since na ambition okay, pruka business okay. So bring graduate at the time there was no money. Pruka business will start. Me alonko is capital intensive, so I decided to bring nyinin karo ke nyaje ko fast food would be the easiest business to set up. So nyinin karo ke then nyana apprentice training ke at one of the fast food. So from there on, the ambition also the kana own place oyele wale ke the Janti, and then I name it after a village. Jara Barokunda, commonly called Jambai. So that's how it started 16 years ago.
La kacha kono ya itandi ko ye apprentice kele janni bina so ni aji be na jamano be nyamen dol bi ni data apprentice la comme ni aji bulo ko da don wala fenkilim fenfula yo no dron e ka bo jeleta so it la ko kala nyaaji be mo fala mo fana mi la ko ka mawo nyaale
Ila jinin karo kumata baga. It's rather unfortunate. Jama bije skill acquisition Seattle mo jama like skills karang. But at the end of the day, how many of them become entrepreneurs? That's the multi-million-dollar question. Because nyamera niye mecho karang fo bulo ko jani bulo ko for ye bori ye obula yeta kudo ke wakati na we don't have expertise in so many fields. And unfortunately for me, instead for alhamdulillah, because it was something that I love. Because jama bije for nang la parents ko ke dundi métier la mealon ko e ma like, so at the end of the day they got to run away. But unlike me, it was a passion for me. I choose it. Nobody forces me to do it, because that's what I studied in school, and then it has been always my dream to become a businessman. So you can see how that helped. Passion ni way ma ko bakale. I stayed until at least some skills soto, then I started. So bring startup, and although naturally we know there gonna be challenges, but because I have the passion for the business, and then I got to make sure that I go through those challenges. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, I can call myself a manager, at least with 21 employees, inshallah. Yeah.
Kan kabi dulani do ye karang kadame komi ni ajibe ni na seto ko jibe ay batara ni kara moya karang na at least dol bije ika afford no pour at this at the end of the day wala at the end of the month ika domani ndila jama bije bu ko pesen soro no bawo ni taram do ko wala karang na bu ka fen soro ika je ko do kula nyim wala mentamu abe use kanne so ite ya yomode nyaadi.
Alhamdulillah, from experience, brother, ante fanko nyin karandaming. Alhamdulillah, ya ana forget the sonem ba tentula ba jaila. Alhamdulillah, birinya start je. Although in those days it was difficult. Although I started allocating nyele, but ni naraji benten in jama bije wall for them the pay is too small, so they got to leave. But look, I don't go there for the money. I go there for the skills. So I stay for the skills. But among the things that I learn, because dunia muwalati, I mean, you have to learn from people's experience or people's mistake and whatever, so that you never become a victim. So brinta karanda warning dokula dolka isul men soto. So nyaja ko look, I got to learn from this. When I finally started my business, I got to make some whoever I employ, even if you come there for training or whatever you called it, I'm going to make sure that we agreed on terms, certain payment allocated, whereby that will be able to keep you. Look, you are not just a trainee, but you are a kind of an employee or on contract. So alhamdulillah, because of that experience, in those days, imagine that's about 16 years ago, without ever having the knowledge of working in a fast food, I allocated them like 1,005. That was how I started 16 years ago. So because I feel like as a Gambian, I want to, at least left a cool I will make a name. So look, if I want to make a name, I got to do it differently. Because more employer, even though I've been training, but at least incentive dealer encourage, because over the years Gambian were not into skills. It is an open secret more. So look, if I want to contribute my quota in that, let me give people a chance. If I even employ them without any knowledge, even I'm training them, at least let me give them a particular amount that's gonna able to keep them. They will feel good, they will feel at home. Even if I stay, I will still gonna make it. So up till today, alhamdulillah, brother.
Kumara ba kasi nga boto baong ya history lo meron ko ya explain mole. So saying akita nya di wala ko la nya di kabita da foi block ko ita say pareta ka move kada ila ko ke fay atana nya di.
Alhamdulillah, ya fo nyamen akoleata num bakele comme mbafo kanyam but birinta da fo alhamdulillah. I started it alone. Birinta da fo nyaje ko kuli bitakan na started employing. I remember I only employ one person for over 2 years. Nimol about demanding come because it's natural. It's a new business. Molu malon num bake. So badala ko that is a challenge. People are not used to it. So if I'm not the first to do this kind of business here, perhaps Amancia, because usually it's this big restaurant that will be selling meat pie. But I decided to use fish because in those days a lot of people cannot afford meat pie. So now look, I'm gonna do it differently. People can afford. So nya start pour ka fish pie make usually more fish pie mala wala musolo kany fish pie do man mal me waf one day I do it differently. So in those days 16 years ago St. Teresa school itelem na client itelem they almost contribute about 60 to 70% of my customers because of the proximity of the school. So in those days, at $5. Imagine 16 years ago, a lot of people go to school with $10 in maximum as a lunch, school lunch. So look, people cannot afford $5. I decided to make it half of the usual size I'm making and sell that at $2.50. That helps a lot of students, even if they have to go to school with $5, they can still buy my pie and be able to buy ice or whatever. So when that help, they know Lucana, Eka sang at $2.50. So they keep coming. Then Eka keep telling others because when the car outside, all camera, this is about 25 because of the size. So if they car for monole, then people started coming. So since they started coming, I also make sure that I make it easy for them. So as we move on, things started increasing. I cannot maintain that price, so I got to shift to $5. But $5 from there, Bakasul Lafata, I still have to increase from 5 to 6, but I maintain it for $5 for the student. You can see the difference because of their patronage over the years. So all of them goal already 40 Ghana. So because of the way they've been patronizing me, so I got to make some difference. Normal customer, I sell them to them at $6 and sell it to the children, school children at $5 for so many years. Then from there we got to increase it again because of whatever from $1 to $7. I still maintain $5 for them. For B, Alhamdulillah, Bakasul Taradame is just so huge. So man, I difference in maintain.
So coming back on it had a fuel of a business or setup. So kadula soto dame alon koy be sabat la jera is a problem ila jang soto nyagra nyadi
alhamdulillah woni nin karo kumayata bake na jang soto keta nyameng. I only went around be nyinin karo la fo nyajanje nyaaje ko alu kutala nyamusundundo nyinin ka fonyo ko modole ba occupy kan so na data waya ni kachata den waya dinna nka jo but na broda nya bata ku jamale soto jang over the years because at a time KMC na dale yembondi jam fang fon saunta bundu 6 Johnson nya fast food yele je. So but it's like things are destined. We may not believe it, but as a Muslim, that's what I believe, as and every Muslim believe. So I don't know, out of the blue, I just came back. I can't even remember the story, but it's by Allah. I came back again because KMC not Fenkol slowed down, so people decided to come back. I also decided to come. So bring Nata, yet again, Ibukambula after some time, there is Sinaka, Molu Fenke, Albobola Janel, Bekelaten, so in Sitaje, near discourse, Yambula, Water the way Dulali Be Boy, Ebukanake Fenti. So for Alhamdulillah, bring Tata Nyaja Moli Siata Jang, we decided to form an organization, Serekunda West Park Canting Owner Association, for which I become the president. So we went there, we approached them, look, we are Gambians. At the end of the day, a lot of our colleagues went to Bagwe, some are using other means of making money illegally. When we decided to do something for ourselves, and at least kakeno, sababo tika modul fanam employee. So I think as a government or as a council, you need to look at our plight. Let's sit on the table. Look at what we are doing. What is the impact of that? Positively, I mean. And in whatever reason you might have to remove off, wake them. Contribute because at least we pay our dues to them, licenses and monthly dues and whatever. Imagine, just look at how much are we contributing to the council. At the end of the day, how many employees do we create? I alone, if I had to employ 21, talk less of so many, over 15 canteens, a minimum of one person or two at least. So New York last like about 100 employees. If you had to remove them, ebe more kemele fondila dokwala. And not only more keme, how about their respective families? Every person working with me or working for himself at the other canteen has at least, if not a wife, but a mom and a father or perhaps siblings to look after. If he is married and also children. So near Bondija is like 1,000 or over so many thousand of livelihood. So at the end of the day, KMC never uses it. Dumping side, whatever. We decided upon ourselves and settle taji, and then you feel at least settle, so we got to ask dues from them. At least we created revenue for the council. I think council in fact should have thanked us for it. So rather than doing that, you keep on disturbing us from time to time. Some of your employees would come and ask money from us, or Kadulale boy, is not worth it. Let's sit and discuss. How about if the council can even build this place and rent it to us? We don't mind at whatever amount you want to rent it to us. Or if not, you allow us to build proper structure. Look, you can see some of my employees are not willing to be featured because of perhaps the nature of the place. It should have been, I should have built it to standard, but because council doesn't allow them. They only want us to put up temporary structures. 16 years of business, and 21 people that I employ, I think I have the money to build this to a standard restaurant, but it's because of the council. So if they are watching, or government or any person who can intervene, let them allow us to build these places to proper structure, so that at least there could be business. Our employees can feel good, customers in fact can feel good. We sell good things and so many other stuff. So I'm appealing to the council. I know they would be watching this. Gambia Talent TV is a popular TV. Maybe even the mayor could be watching this, or His Excellency the President of the Republic. So let us look at our plight on behalf of my people, the whole Serakunda West Park Canting Owners. I'm appealing to them to allow us to build our cases to proper structures, brother.
Kumara baka coming akamunda ila nying kacha kono akamunda kumara baka pour business oni balo la ay strategic position because ikanyi memfok centresa student nying ani mo kote na keta football park so be keta fendi mi alon ko ay business oni
ha alhamdulillah wo kumata business okona bakale na brother. I think sometimes I feel bad. Many been frontline institutional to, let's say, Minister of Youth and Sport, Gambia Chamber of Commerce, and so many related business institutions. Although they tend to upload them for whatever they are doing, but they need to go out there to the grassroots. There are a lot of Gambians who wanted to do business, who are or perhaps into business, but some of this basic knowledge some of them only do business because they see somebody doing it. But it's very important. Knowledge is very important. It is the foundation. Whether we are Muslims or Christians, we all know. It doesn't necessarily mean school, a conventional school, but knowledge in general. Even if we want to become a drummer, you need to learn how to beat a drum. So it is very important. Unfortunately for me, because I went to Gambia High and studied commerce, that helps me a lot. And from there, I did not just because I had the certificate. Usually if I get a problem on brother, a lot of people are looking for certificate, but they are not looking for skills. And then it is very important. You might have a degree in whatever field of study, but do you have the skill? This is the question. The experience, very good. When we said skill, we mean the experience, very, very good. Unfortunately, some molekata school, bachelor in arts, in commerce, in agriculture, but have you ever been a farmer? If it is in commerce, you need to go into business practically. You need to go into the field in order to boast of your degree. So because of my commerce background at Gambia High and also skill acquisition, so when I came, it became very easy for me because I have the basic knowledge. Look, I have the passion for this business, which is very important in business. And also I got to look for a strategic place in business because you got to look for customers. So in that customer can easily locate you. Unfortunately for me, because of the proximity of St. Teresa's and the Gino Board, the June and Upper, and so many other schools, and because of Kairaba Avenue as well, and the football park. So this helped me a lot, brother. So whoever is planning to go into business, you got to have the knowledge, the experience. Go look for that. It is very important. And you also got to have passion for the job. Whatever you want, let people not force you, let you not be tempted because X does it and becomes successful. That won't help you. Do you really want to do it? That is the passion. You got to have that. And if you also have that passion, you got to also look for a strategic place because business, or not every business is idle at a particular location. If I had to build perhaps what kind of business would I say? Maybe people around here didn't need it. But because a monkey home tea. If I had to go and in the middle of a neighborhood start a restaurant there, you don't expect people to come and buy because they are living in their houses. They go there for breakfast and lunch. So, but because here working environment and people come here for school or for work or for football, they don't have their houses here. So obviously when they become hungry, they got to fend for food. So you see how idle it is. So I'm appealing to our youths out there, whoever wanted to do business, skills or the experience, you got to look for that. You got to have passion for that job, and also strategic location is important, brother. Yes, they all compile together, help a lot.
So kabi na re sedul ta jang e doku start jang e ka doku ka kabirin so manda huwati
brother, it's very hectic. Imagine when I started before, I used to live around here. I'm in Jamma Fonla, but as we speak, I'm living in Brikama, perhaps even behind Brikama, Manduar. You can see geographically how far it is. I wake up from my house by 4:30 or 4 o'clock exactly. Lenka Wuli, I got to take my bath. I mean, prepare and pick my bag, then kata silo kan kamorota. So from that 4 o'clock, I stay here at least minimum 10 o'clock in the night. So you can see, I think it's a European system because malangolo kafale ni beto ka doku jamal leke. Even I'm doing a particular job bedoku kilinaka, but you can see the time from 4 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the night. So it's very hectic. A collateral bakale, not everybody can do that. But alhamdulillah, brother, this is my life for 16 good years. Hardly do I enjoy social life. I don't have social life. I don't socialize. It's from my house to my work. Sometimes even, sorry to say, but my children would only see me on Sundays because by the time I reach home, it be sino lala. So usually Sundays.
Ngombe nyini ngala jele, boy ngala mboto kula jele full after. Minala komi sa ila family life benya dile, ani komi badi ini wala ka associate nyoka nyadi. So mbe menkela drum leftal puru ngadun kono to ngajibe kamum fensi falle dra, wala kamum felle prepare janto nyintemela from starting to the ending. Kirin jamme fana do ngamira ngadol jele melalan ko e kanana ni ka san kata fo ye o fana provide coming because ni janje kamela dum dol fana kanale si jang ya dom ye fe fen la ila fe femme order ya dom jan ni pare data.
Yeah, well, jam is a kind of restaurant because usually it was just a normal takeaway, fast food. People come and buy, but over the years, Nara decided Kajako, some would want to sit and eat and go. Then we decided to provide so at least 2 tables because of Palasoni Mangwaraba, because of space. And also from usually it was only a pie center, but we decided to run a restaurant as well in Manoa. So obviously people can be eating rice on the way, so they can only buy it and sit. But only naturally after Kasamba Dulado. But if you wanna eat around, they can just, unlike pie, you can just be walking and eat at Domakan. But rice, it's at Tamakaibo Domakan. So we decided to put up this table, many Mano sang, and then you can see Janea Domo. So young is a kind of restaurant, yeah.
Kabirina raja ngaje ibe dunka be fundi kan imanta sirin blackling andu na korosiro fana do ngaje ko amanka ko be sirin dama be do ko ke kan so isa fo mole komi nga as a boss wala me alon ko dal tamu janti inila doku lal be kafuri nyomal be do ko ni ke kan nyola
tonya la wo mu kulati me alon ko gammenol jama upcoming entrepreneurs aka jama la batandi comme to le business o start dron ebe rice kan dron they feel big ya ko sai to manya naka do ko ke wo nyamera wo buka business jama makoy because ba jala ko itele keta sababo de ka business on start maybe natara especially natara itele wolu jama train pour do ko no. So experience wise, obviously one would assume ko ila experience less siate tolti. So nite ko because of it boss le say it ya feel to do ko kala wo is not gonna help because it bajala ko wolu fanam they might feel be jalo ko nyung abe use kanne because hadamadu mang team hadamadu la sono mo is source of that ni o ke dore bajala ko be situation le create me alon ko ila do kula le bajala ko how comes it will be do ko ke kan it as their leader because I don't believe in kavo ko mu boss le as a leader and then because leader is by example. So nida mo mola nyaton koti ita menyanda vala nyanda kala nida fongo mantra keka so how do you expect to nyanda kala so wo from experience that's what I learned because mbenu ndameng nyaajale ko anim mol ka nyo soto nyame to mol do kulala ka jale ko nyimbo kana do kula katara su ko nin karo fara da mala kana ka ko do ta jang so obviously ngaaje ko na mantre do kulala ka behave nyame ani ay ni kana problem wol men soto so nyaaje ko that should have been a lesson for me. I learned from that. So Birinya Indoko start. I feel guilty. Nimbe siri molbe do kala. Na coincidence buka allowed. Because at the end of the day, it's just not, for me, it's not fair. Kamolu do kundi, I mean, ninkaro for the yejo, you go home with the rest of the money. Ndagajako is not fair. So Nyajako, obviously, I got to work. At the end of the day, I'm still young, I'm just 38. So why won't I work? Why? Because having, I mean, a lot of employees doesn't mean I'm big. I mean, one more chance let the one chance me alaya din. So ala kilong le ajeko wala for ko molbe nyanta ka do ko kala. So what I'm working and I got to work till the end of time, inshallah. As long as na health ya sotola ya.
So sa humule albeni mendra kante al ka dati nyaadi le fo ala finishing.
Alhamdulillah ya fo nyameng an ka dati nyameng wolem ni nara so manda nan kata nyewo sanne fresh fish nka wole sanna den ni nara nya pil nya woto nya asi masonga nya spicy sol kije den nya steam after nya steam fa pareta nya farnyota nya mix farnyo ka lewenyo le kije ka turol kije ani oda fenkol den nya mix after nya mix then ya kunto into sizes that we wanted then ka woleta then nya dada nya fish ni stoffa kono then nya fry and then natala meat le mo fanan e subole san mince meat fresh mince meat nya tabdi ka spicy sol ka kan jabolu and other fenkol dal then na pareta nya farnyo ni mix as the other fish pie the same flour ka wala use then nya fanan dada nya suboka kono nya fry ka wala ke inshallah.
So coming ibe fresh fish ko coming nya na social media wala banko kanjam kibaro fundal kaje ko ika sniper ke nyi simbir ndo albuka wasanjan.
No, alhamdulillah biro kibaro nyam fintita nte personally I put it upon myself munkan supply nyawla for 15 good years so na approach le na mo flow da man kay ko look be kuja mala fokan ngaya ko being the person I am nte aje ko the food I'm selling mtafonko wala domo so I'm very much concerned and especially na dulato mo jamal la kanaje dindingolu ke balu mo jama bal ka benje so I wouldn't want a situation where by mbe domoro dala me alonko sinin sama be kala mole mantoro whether knowingly or unknowingly my conscience would never allow that ngay ko so lafte ya fanye between you and Allah I tell fisning how do you prepare it ngay ko because tonato nya niatara wokake nte I rather quit business than to continue doing that. But she swore to me ko I told you nanam amalam from munem sniper. So I have to approach our colleagues fanam behind the scene kaje ko let me just go to the root of this pour kaje ko photo nya tonya nyinka kele fa be kake but someone confide to me ko hania taraka ke menika nye jaro wa fi badala wala ka because wala ko wa fi la yeme so obviously pour ka preserve they need to put preservatives so to leaje ko among those preservatives wala sniper so ataya fanyo ko wala ka ke natara ka ke in fact nana ma boda so ko natara ka ke wala ka ke so mbejele I mean I keep on asking and I'm also very much careful ka ko mtebe nyo men sana always like fresh nyoti honestly niaje I am able to maintain my customers for 16 good years my brother I am very much careful any customer you might speak to here both here and out when tafole ko nana domoro sanjan nobody ever reported to me ko domoro sanjan ne me alon ko ay kata a problem because always we make so ko fresh food dam man ko wala wafi jam yeah definitely nyaw na investigation ko wala le fo nyalon ko nakliano ya confirm ya ko atena man sniper use ala life kon yeah
so coming nyo komi jama ba fo kan nyo sign ada ku ya jawta buka suruno so alla we alla business ko kenya dila
alhamdulillah ñew da kuyata bakel not only ñew da kuyata le far ñew da kuyata fengol be le da kuyata but I am one person me alon ko nte usually I don't complain too much because having a religious background and also having been business for 16 years and also I mean at 38 I think I should have experience enough dunia katama nyaming. It's rather unfortunate. I'm not the least happy for all the dark alafanya, but I don't know if the look at it from this angle holistically. Fenjumala malafa. That's what I used to ask myself. You know, usually people complain too much about others, but how about yourself? I started this as I told you at $2.50 buru. Now I'm selling it at $10. You can see an increment over $7.50 buru. Even it takes 16 years, but I increase in it. So ninja love to complain na kaje ko nyo da kuyara I mean mourn over that complaining and that with push to also keep increasing my price, maybe from even $10 to $15. But customers can attest to it. And I make so called. At the end of the day, I am a Gambian. This is the way I can contribute to the socio-economic development of my country. So, in the business or can like others who are working for government or other institutions like Gambia Talent TV, your job is to go out there and bring stuff out for people to see. So my job, that's your contribution in national development. My job, I'm selling food. So I got to make sure that I sell food, good food at a reasonable price for people. So when come back for later on Kanoda, capital, Jaboda, capital, Finkoda, capital, obviously, Wabe Mendila, Nawalanta, Fananyanta, I keep increasing my price. So Alhamdulillah, Nabroda, although I'm not the least happy, Fengolda, California, imagine when I started a bag of flour, then I can't remember exactly, but not more than 600, something like that. But now a bag of flour is at 2,200. As we speak, during Bidomu 2,200 equally. A bag of onion is 925 now. I think the last time I supply onion, I think it's 950. When I started, guys, a portion at $10. Now we buy a portion at $50. So Niajibe cumulatively Lafaro men baker and Nabura, if I wanted to get for that, that can push me to sell my stuff at even $20. But because nka jama bale wafi. So even if I have $1 per pie, you can see how much dollars that is. Nyumbana mo kuleti Gambian jama mang mempesen soto. They want to make big money at the shortest time. So okay jamale batani because bajaleko molo if you sell it at a big price molo ta afford no. So few customers will be coming. So ni jama ba dada na wafi da domandula mo jama bina. So bajaleko that will help you. $100 silam. E bajaleko be kere dollars jamal but ni go left $5 le nyinela at a pie. So maybe you have 50 customers soto. So ni nata wa jibe ibadala ko how much profit ibe jelle realize la even $5 nata reka $4 profit la sodo. Okay, ni wa fi let's say at $10 eka $2 profit sodo. But how about 1,000 pieces worth? You know men ga $5 wo danta 50 pieces. So badala ko papai actually la profit will be sialete but at the end of the day the total amount of pies ite me wafi anin ate me wafi badala ko ite ate triple so ite la $1 so women ala pies ya ate $5 so men nyina la pie kilomoto because if you can only manage to sell 50 pies ite 1,000 pie wafi hani ka tala so imagine how much tala that is. So that is the secret. Because sometimes kasi len ka jibe na price ol ka baka so be calculate nya jibe kan na pay waf men sometimes I realize ko papai I don't even have up to $2 maybe $1 or 1.75 but at the end of the day I sell like school be carrying football be carrying about 1,500 pieces of pie. So even if that is $1 or $2, imagine how much $2 I'm having from that. So nyimfana mu secret dan Gambian business lalu yamal la menna. Let's take it easy. It's a global problem. Until there is little we can do about this. Although government masakunda mbe apilla, they don't also look at the plight of the citizenry. Yajibe, etolbe munekeno at their own level. Kajeko ebe bakaso la price, inflation control la nyameng. But because inflation la beti, goni yajibe nimfe only mentally ke use janjama ba kanale. And then ka foreign currency le use ka osang. So obviously, nin the price of dollar height obviously badala ko. Government be bakasol wala order men ka bakaso order be order la kodo mena obe siala so obviously ni nada photo le financial la price sol lafa so bajala ko it's so complex pour kanyum kunu be I don't even think we have the time pour kanyum be for and also I'm not an expert in economics but being who I am 15 years of experience in business so nyaje ko I have a clue as to what is happening so wala nante buka complain back even though I moan about it I don't like it. But I'm definitely follow GB. Even my employees, if they have to complain to me, look, why do you even have to complain so much? Because it might feel is a reasonable price. But other people out there would also feel this is expensive. So, I mean, put yourself in other people's shoes. So, so this blame game is not going to solve it. As Gambians, we discuss. Bankola ko nyanta ka kachale julolu major importer solu wholesaler solu retailer if government can create a platform where they could sit together yaji be kunu be brainstorm la nyame kaje ko banko camp because people are complaining a lot yaji be ko ke no la nyaade bajel de citizenry tening inflation wala ni economic global economic fenko ni ita feel la bake ta different bro wala bi inshallah.
So ika faranyo bodo jolle janitilo kono walla ibuka bodo janitilo kono.
Usually in school be caring at the peak of business, usually 2 bags a day, or maybe 2.5 last 2 bag and a half usually in schools be caring. But say in time school mantarake only few stories be caring. That's why you are able to support some few people. But not a school be caring and wala football be pakoto. Maybe we will not be able to conduct this interview because mojamala kana, because it's like perhaps it's the cheapest food in town. Because I even a loaf of bread with mayonnaise and butter is over $10. It's very good. So you can see you buy this at $10. Nadare manke si sekundang koti o kamera kundang koda ke kono fanole. Especially if you have to combine it with a cup of tea. So nyala wala kadna mo jama kana. Yeah. So tomorrow da jawiyata bagala. So people can usually more in those days people feel very big. Because I can remember, I'm sorry, Puruka Murundi Koma Baga. But I remember in those days when I started newly, Molo Kanala, when they ask what I'm selling, if I tell them I'm selling pie, especially Mboki Janghai, hey, and I fish pie, Kijayol dara little fish pie. So I used to experience a lot of those stuff. Moluka Kumalafanya, Puruka Kunin Doyandika. No, never. They can't ever discourage me because this is something I choose. Not even them. It started at my family level. When I wanted to do business, not family for how about if I had to go to college? Because I don't have money. How can I enter a business of Kalanyadi? But I told them, look, I mean, because drop out from school. I completed school, but I want to do business. I mean, give me a chance, let me do it. I'm gonna prove you wrong. Give me some years, I'm gonna make a name for myself. And alhamdulillah, after 21 people employed, I mean, I think I really make a name. So even behind people, I remember last time somebody came here and told me, "Are you still in Gambia? Why didn't you travel?" I said, "Come on, what is your problem? Why do I have to travel? I mean, I don't need to go to Europe and settle there. If I only not I believe I can make it in my country, and I make it. If I had to buy my house, build it, live there with my family, why do I have to go and use the bag and go to Europe 10 years or 5 years in Mankaito, sort of whilst I have my children here? I'm never going to do that over my dead body." And I go, no, that is for the travelers. I'm not a traveler. Naturally, I think I am born to settle home, and I am settled, inshallah. Okay, yeah, for nyamen jamu wanyola ting ka pani ndara janne jana ma volen ka fry jenne so janale mo wafre dulati. So over the years it used to be aka dula do mandin nam ka beke dula kilonde. But bring expansion nata molo la fata naturally for se expand. So wala nata ke sectionality na fry dalare dula soto afaye aka fry da me nyawo soto nyawa dula soto afaye saja as a manage no easily. Bajala ko se be supervise no fry be supervise la ka nyanda kala nyame akadada nyame o do fana supervise no wa dula do fana o fana supervise no. They all have their different accounts. Bajala ko akadada nyame usually we know how many portions so it is written down. Then now fry the fana munka fry o fana ka note down how many pies la fry na da wa dula do fana most specifically that is that man over there for accountability purpose. As the proprietor and manager, usually I think that should have been my area, sitting down and supervising, but I feel good here. I feel to be within the midst of Dokula Lumbeta Dokwala. So it's only in the evening when production of Banta, then I go there, sell solta, I mean reconciliation again, how many pies a particular tailor or seller you will wafi, then how much amount of money I also sort of for tally Taliban, reconcile Taliban, then now Jibe, Natara Fenkatale, and we record it down. Natara Sotale, Sabakoma Sotale, Natara Vanam Aqua Mansot, Nalonko, yes, Alakodo Sitale, I may wafi, I okodo nade. So this is how we operate, inshallah. So
there is no particular position, me alonko will be able to come Kalo Jan, well, like a fry and kill a so on.
No, nte mu. What is the best language I'm going to use? In terms of freelancer, if I were a journalist, I won't take Katara anywhere. Free role usually Katara fried lato or sometimes Tarajang. Well, usually Van Kata Wanyo Tole or Honey Marcelo. Look, I feel go doko mudo quality. That's my perception about life. Then I feel one is born to do a particular something. Whatever you feel, as long as it is within the limits of the law, both the Islamic law, Sharia, and the conventional law of a particular country, as long as even Menkala, it doesn't contravene those laws. And I feel, you should do it. We have people who are drummers. Perhaps more, some people frown at it because of Islam, perhaps Islam, but as long as you can make a living out of it. There are others who are with wheelbarrows. I feel more than a particular concept, and I think it's high time Gambian we think outside the box. Let us not just be confined to this European syndrome. I have to travel to Europe or I have to work in an office. At the end of the day, office is just an area that somebody confines himself with a table, a seat, some pens, or with a laptop. What am I office? And then office movement, like here, we have. If I had to create an office here, office going to see comfortably. My people here got to produce something. Production ole bekela. Then I see office with my computer, feeling as a big man, putting that in the computer. How about new production man? All the workers desire not to work. Better computer, except if I'm on Facebook. So what we need to be thinking rationally. This office thing or this, I know I'm not discouraging people to travel, but at least let us think outside the box. Feel like office whatever dogo, if you feel you can create your office there. Even if you are a cleaner, now we have cleaning institutions that have offices. They send people to banks and other places where they will be cleaning. Management office where they will be hiring people. So if you started as a cleaner with the experience you will have over the years, you can also start to open your own office where you also eventually employ other people. When in a story, you started as a cleaner. So everybody has a story. The President of the Republic has a story. The likes of Tafanjai and others. Somebody told me he started as a carpenter. So however big you feel he is, he had a story. So what Gambian let's think rationally. Nyanta tala come na compatriots in other part of the world like Senegal. Somebody told me even with a degree you got to have skills. The best skills totally nyanta menkala. So Gambian ol nyama is high time to lufana skills soto. Gambians, I want to see upcoming Gambian entrepreneurs. Me alonko in different field of life. Molu Gambian ol business ol yele. Employ those in Europe, the diasporians. I'm challenging them to come home with money and start opening business. Not only eka bungolulo eka motoli sang over so many millions. Banku doko mu cross-cutting the mobile dabije na brother. And you as a media house, I'm also appealing to you, although you are doing a lot out there, but equally approaches them out there. You talk to them a lot. Tell them to come home. Even may not necessarily settle home, but let them open businesses home. It's funding element employ and not only employing them, but let them pay them monies that is gonna be able to take care of them, brother. Yeah. As you can see, Kele Bijan name, Musoli Bijang, we are not discriminating, we are not gender biased. So as long as you want to work, we have a vacancy, we're going to write the vacancy, although Jang is a main concentrated area, but we are women who are cooking food and in many because we feel mu physical do the Musoli to Keno Walana, Tol Samba Kino Wafidulto, and Wafidulto. Come and Bafo Kan Jan fried lati. So ndefang usually ntakatara jenne ka fry. So ibajala ko ninga ya dada then nyana fry and usually nyaje nya feel ko nyanta taraja because production o janne mala last empty. So ne dole bala fry like ka fry at a temperature me alon ko at a mola and then this is food, so I'm very much careful kaja ko ndefang ka fry because you need patience. Bajala ko sala temperature control no because ne fry tulu kandi ba ko na bukamo fry la fat but inside at a mola. So near fry tulo mem fanan kon mem man kala kando man si akatulo absorb la akatulo min. So fana will be mukuler me am very much careful and the phone because gajala sometimes nin customer will na ta yasang e ka feel ko fonka bake le because ne bake wo buka tulo soto. So jama baje dulalo le near fry akatulo soto mo ka fanya tele buka tulo soto ka wele bi je me alan ko do buka ke because e ka tulo mem fana use ka bulala tulo ni me alan ko fa a janita bake nte boko everyday ngatulo ni change le because comme nya fo nya men nibe do ko wala ke fo wafile nanta do ko kala melan ko ke be customer satisfied so wala nante ka tulo change every time very good wo kumata bagala so jole boko patience le pour ka sacrifice so ek man ngolo men fem ni joyata ya fanan ka joyal so what the reason why nya ni tara fo nya mo tan mo mo wan kili employment nya maro sacrifice la ni endurance ni nya exercise
sa xamu de kañi men foten mo ñen experience le ñanta experience do pour ñi yalon ko katama
wo comme at the beginning of the interview ñoo fele experience helps a lot kana jedoron ko kare ñine ken dafa nam bakalal ni ya hamo so ka te ya karam folo ye londo ñin soto ya ni o londo soto de baja ka be easy level so nde patience menta jurun na apprentice training nya make sure har birin na da jang yet still I keep on learning what they say on the job training because more buka experience be Ghana at a particular institution cover school because ni aji school jiben kamenga this is not what I learn in school but nya school nya men karan school wakela hakilo le karan na fam multi unfortunately jam moja mama understand because people want to have certificate people are just certificate minded but usually at the end of the day ni certificate or soto without experience it's not going to help wala na molu nyanta skills level experience matters a lot. Very good. Very good. So you see how important it is. Little experience so don't need patience so alhamdulillah I'm employing on our youth be challenge la be dawo darandi sabarota as a country more be exercise patience exercise nya restraint so nya ko nya push doro mo be dawo darandi sabarota je yawa kilo tara ni ñew ka doro brodan our country will move to the next level. Baba konton na mbaten dula mbaje la alla boss nyamira sit Diouf Pa Ousmane Diouf mbaten dula mbaje la mala beno America la malam fa natale alhamdulillah mba fala ko aba kata kam bak anatol funding kel men baby je mbalten dula mbale jela I mean this is very prompt we would have organized it better but nyalon ko at least the piece would be a good one inshallah so on behalf of my entire staff and you people what is your name again Lamin Cisse ko ndanko anu the other man Sir Ibrahim Sanyang Bali Beten to Lambajela on behalf of your institution ala barka bak thank you so much
ora mbadi ala barka bak han kabidoron ko mal yaaji nyamen mbale kayra ba be ñu janne mi alon ko wolom sera kunda westi pa ko ñim bala ko mi ngal yalo nyamen alaji baro watam modi mi alon ko watel tamu wala lom proprietary ñi restaurant mi alon ko wala bi jante wala dulalum dam yalon ko ka fish pilot daji ani meat pie ko ma fo nyame wala explanation ko no itandi nyamen ani fana mano fana fenet mi alon ko e ko fana kera janne wala be kara fendi mi alon ko ka daji pour mol mi alon ko wala be tambi kan ani student mi alon ko wala kana karamundo jani fana football lalu mi alon ko wala ka football ke pa ko ñinto jam so comme ala kacha ko na itandi jel ay funding ko ojle pour se kara ko ke se skill karam wala fendi mi alon ko ase mo na fano ba ke mo be kana ke fendi mi alon ko mo be bela fela pour kata tubabdu so comme ala nyamen dron government and TV lam ala dibe ngor programme lam comme na janne pour ni alaje kacha soro mi alon ko wala be kering ata do ko woni stade wato men la kanabula bila comme ay tan nyamen do ko woni ngara fendi mi alon ko kabira dat kanabula bila ala dunya bal woni amanka comme abanotal akara fendi mi alon ko ay falindirol soto wala falindir jamal ke ala bal woto mi alon ko comme ay tan nyamen ay kol soto jele mi alon ko ala korda lono afale mi alon ko wala keta do ko woni mi alon ko wala bijam anim fanam adam mamanta do ko ke ganjang ay motang ay mo ani killing awol be employé janne wala molti mi alon ko wol ani wala ka do ko ke jando pour wol sa demano da do ko nyina ko mal waje kan nyame amanke dula kilin damati mel ka fara nyonyinta ka anoni ka fara nyonyinta ka sinandi e kata bula fo ka fray da men tanim fana ka wafi different components sol labje wala different section ol labje e ka adada da men anim fana ka fray da men ka wafi da men wol be bijelo coming do ko dani adada anim components sol wala ayake component la so ko mal waje kan nyame dron government and TV lambe den nala janne nal badi mal lamil MCC anin Ibrahima Sanyang tolle bala bi ala barka baka fo wati do
konta baraka membe kerim babu wolom aka kenu nyameng ni ko aka kenu nyameng nunto adol be nyaadile parce que ni amoy ko ado nen ciosano ka hadama dingole signify ite mu jumale ite bota jumale bala wol fanal bota jumale fanal bala
ñu ne lan dekkil sa ada ak sa cosaan ak ku ñu ñaami ñun ma amee dem
babu ko ni din ngo jibe e ko akalon ko yemmen fo
xama sa ada sa cosaan moo tax Gambian Talents TV ak Ibu ak Babou ñu toog ñu ne il faut ñu dunda suñ ada ak suñ cosaan
tunto alfal kela din wayali ke kuluno nyaadile ke kulu nyaadile fo butero lom bang fodum e ka dumorol le dila bang fo ka mum felle dila ñun programme le biwo be fene andila
kon kenn ku nekk boo buggee xam sa ada sa cosaan fu nga bàyyeekoo sama fu nga bàyyeekoo
nunto alfalu ila sunkurun wole ke pare nyaadile ila dum fengol fanal be nyaadile ko mun dum fen sifal le fanal dum ñun programme le fanal be witandila
nee naa la ni ku wàcc sa ànd bodam nga fekk foofu
tel dindi mankaje ke balka julo city yiro balay ka fa finja julo kay ko be siring e be kuma jijala kumol bitay do tarikol fula dindi ngol
lu doon am demba lu tax amatu tey la moo tax topp suñu nasaraan fàtte suñu ada ak cosaan
ak kenn ñaameng
ada ak cosaan ak kenn ñaam topp lañu alxames bu jot juróomi waxtu ba juróom ñaari waxtu fan la mooy amee si Gambian Talents TV Ibou la ak Babou